So how do we proceed? So what I did, I first opened this, which program, so what do I recommend? Here in code, there's written IntelliJ idea. This program should be downloaded. So there's a free version, it can be used. So now I open this program, and then I say I would like to, here I can also do it directly. I say I want this version 2020 stable master. Where is it? Unstable master. So how do you see whether it's the correct version? If you go to source, there's Rice free pastry is the last one.
Okay, right. Okay. Rice free.
It should be the last in the list, because there's also the other branch, which is called just unstable. So 2020 Garrica unstable.
Seeing the latest, okay.
Yeah, because there's this unstable master, Garrica unstable master, and there's the unstable only without the master. And the unstable without the master has as a last point is DK Alexandra Fresco, and this causes some problems, so we don't need that. So we need the version with the master. Okay, this is what we want to check out, and let me just see how do we check out. I go to Git, let me just see, sorry, new project, GitLab, Bing, GitLab, okay, let's say new project, so close project, new project, okay. Do I have here Git? No. I want to, let me just see, how did I get this Git checkout? Open, maybe open? No, it's, no, yeah, maybe, because it's not part of the old project, it should be something new. Project from existing source, exactly. Project from version control, that's better. You want a project from, very good. So then this is the next page that you see. Okay, this is from local, but I added here already GitLab. Maybe how do you add these elements? Yeah, so how do you get these points here? And I think this is under configuration. Is there some kind of preferences or so? Git. So we need, because it might be that at your projects, at your PC, here settings. And here in settings, what you can do, it's not the editor, it's the version control. And what you can do here, GitLab, exactly. So you have to go to File. Yeah, let's go together. So I'm also recording this video now so that you can have a look later on. So you go to File and then Settings.
File settings, yeah.
And then under version control, it's GitLab. And we add here our version control. Let's add a new one.
Yeah.
It's not GitLab.com. It will be GitLab RLP, so this one from public.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then it asks you, give me a token. This is something, this is some kind of access control, so that only who has this token can enter the version control. So what I do here in GitLab, I go to my project, and then this is the view that you see. Somehow you go to the project, LibreSocial, then in LibreSocial you go to
project.
Where were I? Commits now.
I think I have seen token somewhere, but I'll just
secure. Was it this? Let me just see. Where have I been?
I have.
It was settings. Okay, let's go back. So this is the view that you see, and then I go to LibreSocial, and then I go to settings. Is there some settings? Yeah, here is settings.
Yeah, I can.
There's access tokens.
Yeah.
Okay, I go to access token.
Settings. Access token.
And then I click at add new token. And then, okay, this is what you can write as, GitLab RLP net a token for idea, no, how's it called? The Tele, what is the program's name? I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It's IntelliJ also, I don't know. So this, I'm not really sure, so for the idea, so to be used. It's just a name.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I say expiration day. Maybe I want it to last a little bit longer. So you say how long should it be permitted to use this program, and I will be the owner because I want to have the full control. So it depends. So in this case, I want to be able to do everything. So this is about access control. So this will be the permission. And then I click on create project access token. Yeah, let's have a look because that I don't want to record. So I click on create. Okay, so this is how it looks like when I click create. Yeah, it's not shown. Make sure you save it. You won't be able to access it again. So you have to click on the I to reveal. So I have to do it now. It's private because it's something like a password. And this copy-pasted element, not here, but here, I have to input. Let me just see. Yes, so I copy-pasted it. And so I took it here. I said reveal, and I copied it. So copy, and then I say paste. So, and then I can log in.
Okay.
And okay, now I say apply and okay. So what I do next, now that we have in our settings, just to check again, so in our settings we have now the second approach that we can use to download from GitLab RLP. And then I say, okay, let's make a new project from version control, and we want to use this GitLab, this GitLab RLP. And what? So this one is the old one. This is the new one. I don't know. And the project should be. Let's take some kind of place for it. I don't know. Where's my? Where is it? I'm just looking where to download it to. Bingen, isn't there some Bingen, and then some workspace. Let's create a new path. Git LibreSocial 2025. Okay. So there it is, and this should be the one. And it should clone everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so first we have to access from the latest ID, then we can access from the Indigo. Okay.
So first we have to enable the access from the user interface from this Git to the other to the GitLab, so that it is allowed to download the files. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to switch to that project because actually it should. One moment, I close this one. Okay, and then I get this view. So this is about which projects I have currently in this user interface loaded. This is the old one that I had just open, and now the new one is cloning currently. So what I will do now is I wait until the cloning has happened, and then I will be able to access it. So It's now downloading all content. Okay,
Then
so here's the new user interface with the new element that we created. Now I want to switch to the branch. I want to submit where's the branches, because I don't want just see what's this. Yes. I want to branches. Yes, git branches, local and remote. Okay, is this? Okay, so I want to download the one with stable. Why is it so small? So, yeah. Come on. Okay, 2020. So there are lots.
Yeah.
We wanted to have the master.
Yeah.
So this is the one we want. Check out. Maybe create a new branch from this. That's right. Okay, new branch. We want to name it 2025.
Okay.
LibreSocial Docker. Check out branch. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Now something is happening. Down there it's somehow checking out. Something is happening. It's already done. I'm not really sure. Okay, now it seems to be it's still indexing. Something is happening. Now it seems to be done.
It's the set only branch from.
Okay. So let me just see whether it is. I think it's. And then I say. Okay, I will have I will have to see how to include it, but this is maybe a start. Okay, I check the source code. Okay, rise free passage is the last one. That seems fine.
Yeah.
So now what I can do is I can also verify on my desktop that the right document. So here is LibreSocial 2025, and it seems right. It has just downloaded it. Not missed, it's in the source.
Yeah.
Last one, rise free pastry. So this is just now downloaded. Okay. So what I can now do is let me just see. I want to check whether I can commit this as a new branch. So to push.
I think push.
Yes, this is a new branch. So it should be push tags to online. Yes. Push. Yes. Something happening. I'm not really sure. So it's pushing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Now I check online whether there's a new version. Let's update. Because I'm not really sure whether it's worked or where it says. It's there. 2025 LibreSocial Docker. Okay, very good. We are making progress. Okay. So now I can close this. I close it now. Okay. Because I cannot load it in this new. So now I close this one. So now I'm in Eclipse. I want to close the project. Close project. Okay.
But it does not close in this old ID. I don't know why. We have to close the whole ID. Then.
I closed also the project. I also closed this. How is it called? IntelliJ, I think. So do you mean that version?
Yeah. Okay, just try to do it in your way. I think.
Okay.
I learned.
So what I did is I used this IntelliJ. Yeah, I mean IntelliJ idea. We'll also have a look at what it is. So I use this one to download the files, okay?
Yeah.
Now
So you have used the latest version of the ID IntelliJ, then downloaded the whole new,
yes,
pushed and committed the whole new project of the
yes,
2025 version.
yes,
Then we are accessing from the Indigo version.
yes, and now exactly that's the next step. So I have here we have some portable tools, and I think I'm always forgetting where I have my Eclipse. I think in music. It's don't judge about. So here I have the Eclipse Indigo, and this is the program that is running here in the background. And what I say now is to have a new switch workplace.
Okay, switch workplace. Okay, that's why.
Let me just see whether it makes sense. So what should be happening is I want to use this as a workspace. I'm not really sure whether it makes sense. Let me just see. Now it's reopening, but I'm not really sure whether it makes sense. So I have to now import the project that is under. So now new, or I want to import a project.
Yeah, we have to create it.
Import. Here it's the import. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I say it's from Git, projects from Git.
Git, okay.
And then I say select the Git, no, not add, but add. And then I select the one where I have, that was in, here I have my code. So this is the new Git repository that we just recently checked out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, look for nested repositories, search, one Git repository found, and this is the one that we integrate. And then we say next. Import existing project, yes, next, next, and now it's integrating. So basically I use the Git feature of IntelliJ, then I close IntelliJ, and then I open it in Eclipse, because the Git feature in Eclipse is not really properly working.
Yeah.
So, and now I can go to this product configurations, and I think now I can try to start it, and then I can see, okay, let's proceed. I just want to get the error messages. Oh, there's up here a logo appearing, and then I can basically see what elements to process. So all these bundles were not resolved. Let me just see the here the dependencies and what problems they are, and how to step-by-step resolve it.
Yeah, that thing I can just try to figure it out by myself. Leave it for me, because I was stuck in that Git thing. I think I understood how to access the Git from IntelliJ.
So you were okay. Yeah, you were stuck in here, and one of the challenges I have to see is, I think one of the problems. Okay, this is good that we use the right Java.
1.7, yeah. I think it's 1.7.80.
Yeah, that's the. I think this is what we had.
Yeah.
LibreSocial. There are some. What is the error here? Browse icons. Okay, and what is there some error? No. Does not point to a valid image. Okay, right.
Okay.
I think let me just see whether this is doable here. No, it's somewhere else. Okay, doesn't matter. This is the versions for the various operating systems. So, and the challenge now will be here. Branding, that's good. Configurations. So that we resolve. So why is this not resolved? That's the question. Exception not available. Pre or log entry for a root cause of this. Application error. What's the issue? No application ID has been found. Yeah, I mean the build ID maybe is unknown. I'm not really sure. Maybe if we set the let me. Is there some file to open? Product configuration. Add working set. Add required plugins. Add working set. Also include optional dependencies. Fix me. No, this is something else, I assume. Okay, yeah, this is something else. This is just some. Okay, this is not what you want. Problems.
What is there?
Okay. And errors.
Errors there. Get off 126. Okay.
What kind of problems do they have here? I'm not really sure whether this makes sense to elaborate. So whether I'm not really sure whether this is really an issue because it seems correct, but I think it's
basic. I think there's some basic syntax errors. Okay.
You see, maybe this is just some okay. Cannot be resolved. So this is maybe the question how to step by step proceed solving. Because the problem is how this is typically happening. So what we have is, let me just see, do we have here some kind of drawing field, white space or so? No. Okay, so what happens here is, yeah, maybe I open the corresponding document, how OSGI works, and what I assume that the problem is.
OSGI, yeah.
Let me just see, LibreSocial, and then we go to thesis, and then the 2000, no, where's Luciana Alita. Well, let's open this one. So here is a description how OSGI works. Yes, maybe this way. No, not yet, not this one. Yes, maybe this way. So what OSGI does is it assumes that it starts first the one bundle, yeah, how to show it. Maybe to use OneNote to draw.
So I think I have searched for the OSGI.
For a minute to visualize. Okay, so let's use some kind of whiteboard. Come on, it's not so complicated.
I read about the OSGI, so I think is the thing.
Sorry?
I actually read about the OSGI, but I forgot. I read about the OSGI.
Ah, yes, you read about it. Yeah, that's good. So I mean, what happens is just what an empty one. Yeah. So what happens is that this configuration file specifies the bundles to be loaded. And if this bundle is loaded and it requires the input, okay, let's make the dependency. So this is the direction in which the calls are made. So if this is loaded first and it requires this one as a dependency, then it would create a problem. So if you have some kind of tree structure, what should happen is all the leaves should be loaded. So if these are individual bundles, they should be loaded, and if a new module is loaded, which requires these as dependencies, then you require first to load this once in order to load that one. Otherwise, if you load this first and it looks for its dependencies and they are not yet loaded, then there's a problem. So what I assume happens in here in the plugin is that either the order is not correct, or I mean it tells that they cannot be resolved, so it cannot
That could be a problem.
Unresolved compilation, or maybe we have to really look into it, because so if I open different kind of problems, it's always the same.
Yeah.
So this signed storage dispatcher.
Yeah, maximum the errors are same. So
Exception while creating new instance of component. Interfaces. I'm located in bundle. Okay, maybe. Storage dispatcher. What's with the storage dispatcher? Storage dispatcher. Source. Yeah, there's one single error. Hash map. A syntax error on token. What if I remove that? I don't know.
no.
It should not be allowed. Should I not do it? I don't know. And then if I run that again, do I have a new outcome? So up here I see some low up here, so something's already happening. Okay, still some problem. Occurring, let me just see. No application has been found. Start default application. So what's happening next? I think the following. So let's say we made it in the right order.
Yeah.
Everything has been loaded. So this is then, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now all of these plugins have been loaded. Yeah, and here are some plugins and so on. The program needs some kind of entry point. It needs something, a module, I don't know, that's loaded last, that somehow says this is the start to start with. So basically, at first, it loads the bundles.
Okay.
And second, if all bundles are loaded, start one selected bundle. So something like a start. And typically what happens here, there's a start point that tells first show the splash screen, there's a program coming, and then you see let's say this is the login screen, and the login screen calls the other elements, they are all loaded, and all this interaction is then taking place. But this start element, this is now problematic. Let's see. And no application idea has been found. Start default app. What is here happening? Message missing required bundle, notification plugin, login plugin. So they are all seemingly was not resolved. Some of the bundles are not resolved. Let's go to the top. Still a storage dispatcher. Optional references. So here's, for example, which previous bundles it needs. So all these references require that these bundles need to be loaded before. And it's telling cannot launch stack, unresolved compilation. So somehow this is the issue. Only countable int values or enumerate instances. The social cache. Okay, it's here. Okay, somehow this is some issue. So obviously we had previously. So to do number one is to identify this hash map. So seemingly we had the issue in the signed storage dispatcher. Now we have the issue here in the social cache.
Just write it.
I'm not too familiar with Java updates versions, why this is used, whether we need it or not. But what I see is, as a first step, what you can do and should do is to really look into the error. So yes, I mean, if you see here to the left, even if we go into peer-to-peer framework, there's just one single error here in one single file, and this single file is also at 5 positions. So here's some error, and maybe to resolve all the errors first, because I don't know why it's happening, but I don't know, maybe this one is the error, or I mean, there are not so many errors at the end. Also, if you go here, message dispatcher is just one single file at one single position. I think this kind of pipe,
It's not.
it's not Java version 1.7, I assume.
I haven't seen something like this.
I haven't seen that either, so I don't know what this is. And also here in this list, here we also have the this kind of pipe symbol. I think. Okay, let's check. Java. What was it? Where do I have the key? Ah, here.
It's
Yes. Java exception. I don't know.
It's not in my keyboard.
Is it the pipe symbol? I don't know. Pipe. Pipes between exceptions. Java, exactly. So what is this? What is it? I haven't never seen a syntax before I run and find through Eclipse exactly what we have. You have a problem on okay, it's not running on Java version 7 or higher. It's a Java 7 feature. Syntax new to Java. Come on, I mean there's a simple it's this kind of element. Okay, it's this.
Pulling the word with the duplicate code, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just some OR. This is some kind of OR symbol. So either this exception or that exception, and then it should be handled this way.
Handling more than one type of exceptions.
Yes,
okay.
yes. I mean, the simplest, just to make it this here at this point, the one simplest version is to make it this way. I'm not really sure is it correct or not. Some time that ago that I implemented in Java, I'm not really.
So
This one
only access one. Okay.
now it's done. Yeah, it's safe.
That was the problem with. But we can. But we can do one thing. If can you send me this thing in my chat, the previous one, or I'll access that.
In the chat. Yeah. One moment. Let me just see. Do I have a simpler one? No. I copy you this one. Catch. I don't know this.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible to really catch to make? Oh yeah, because this is something that's. I mean, the simplest one is to really copy paste and then, yeah, to resolve that way. But as you see there, I mean, there are not so many other kind of exceptions. I mean, this is one problem. Yeah, it's the only problem. So let's make it. Let's make it very simple. And later it can be optimized to have less code, but as a first step, this is doable. I'm a little bit unsure why. I mean, if it's a Java version 7 1.7 feature, why is it not supported? So now here we have resolved this issue and this common behavior framework. And if I go in the next one, step-by-step message dispatcher, it's the same. I don't want to be too. Okay, so I'm not optimizing now the code, but it's working then.
In the chat, can you just do it like this instead of in the chat, in the code?
Where's the? Let me just see. Where is your?
The code which you.
That chat. Okay, sorry. I had the other. Sorry, I had the other one open.
Okay, I sent in the
but the handle, yeah. But I mean, this is the problem is that the handling is quite large.
Sorry. Yeah. But the thing is, we can.
It's no problem here. Let's just see. Catch. So where's this ending? Is this else? Okay, there's the end. Why is this here happening? Okay. Na gut, well. So this is closing there, so I can copy this one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, but you wrote the handling of the exception, and this is in the middle, the handling of the exception. So
Okay.
now it's quite long. That's right.
Yeah, but the thing is,
okay.
there's problems in that or symbol.
Yeah, I mean, this or is not happening in our Java version, but that's fine. I mean, we can make it just by copy paste. It's not perfect, but we make progress. So here's also something in meta manifest. Monitoring execution environment. Okay, that's available. Where's the problem here? Dependencies. Looks fine. Required, imported, runtime. I'm not really sure. Here the manifest. OSJ for framework version 1.7. It's really going step by step through the environment and to see. I'm a little bit confused. I mean, I assume also this hash map of this presentation. You see, this was one version that we also had a problem with, and now this is another problem that we have with that I just corrected. And maybe the reason is maybe we should try with Java version 1.8 or so to see whether it's working. If I go for the where's my configuration preferences?
Yeah.
Java, exactly. So how can we have?
No, I don't think it was here. I think it was in. I think it was in the project, probably. I don't know.
Sure.
I'll see.
JDK environment, project specific settings. I'm not really sure where. Install. Okay, here it is. Okay. So here's the install Java runtime environments.
Okay.
So where did I find it? Just close it again. I went to edit.
Edit. Okay.
No, I didn't went to edit. I went to window. And then preferences. Yeah. And under preferences there's Java and install Java runtime environments. And what, for example, we could try, but I'm not really sure whether it's working. Maybe it's the wrong direction. So Java SDK 1.8 or so. I'm not really sure. So archive downloads, and then what I could do. Yeah, it's older version. Yeah. So is it this one? I think it's this one. I'm not really sure. Okay, yes, I can install it. Sign in an Oracle account. Okay. Yeah, by having an Oracle account, that's okay. Here we have. I already downloaded once version 7. Here this is version 8. And then I can install it and maybe link it to that and then see whether there are less errors.
Yeah. Okay.
So now I install Java 1.8. Something happening somewhere? No? Up here. Welcome to the installation. Yes, just install everything.
I didn't thought that to run this project would be this much big task.
I think this is the biggest challenge actually. So once it's running, it's easier. but getting it to run, that's the challenge. And this is something that's really about dedication and trying to apply
New things.
all tricks that are found and can be looked into to make this happen. This is so common in the industry. It's unimaginable. So it's really common that there are outdated projects that either have been working or not, and people need to pick it up. Everywhere I've been, this was very common. And also, one student lastly told me that he worked at a bank or an insurance company. They had programs written 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and the main challenge was to keep it alive and running. And this is really some kind of set of knowledge that you should learn and train during these steps, how to pick up old code, get into it, use all the tools, all the Googling expertise and ChatGPT in order to make it running. So let's see, now I can add a new Java runtime environment. I've installed it here under Windows. Programme, glaube ich. Is it true? Java? Is there some Java? Java?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is it? Okay, but I'm a little bit confused. Okay. It's still there, just okay, different folder. Okay, and then what do we want? Java default. I'm fine with that. Finish. Then we can say, okay, use this one. Maybe it's doing something. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to. Let's go back to our product. And let's start again. Let's Eclipse. Proceed. Do we have different errors? There's again the splash screen. Okay, still something's not working. And what's this time? No application ID. No application ID. Less error. Okay, no, not less errors. Still the same number of errors. Still the same problems. I'm a little bit confused. And this is what's the main? Social cache. It's the same issue. So I'm a little bit. Maybe it's not the Java version. I must say. I mean, it was a try, but I'm not really sure. And it's really about dedication. So you have to see. Okay, there are. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plugins with issues. Look into the individual problems. My hope is that in these elements, the problems are very similar. As you see, it's the same concept. Document this problem, apply the same solution in all of it, and to see whether you can get the number of errors down. Because what might happen, what could be a reason, is that some of these plugins have issues. They cannot compile. If they cannot compile, this cannot compile. If this cannot compile, this cannot compile, and then it cannot be started.
Right.
So either to see whether, I'm not really sure why this Java 1.7 with these features are not working. That I'm not really sure. Maybe. To me, the simplest, there are two options. Either you find a Java version that works out of the box and doesn't generate these problems, but with 1.8 it also didn't work. Or you just look into all of these 13 plugins and check, okay, what needs to be corrected. Because it seems like there are so few problems. It's always the same. It's just maybe 2 hours going through it. So two main concepts there. This kind of brackets I don't understand,
and the
OR, the pipe symbol. So maybe that's step number 1 to really go through it, apply the same. It's I don't understand. So okay, and then this should be error free. And then the question would be, okay, is it loading then? Because I think what we have, just to explain, so here in LibreSocial UI, there are the product configurations, you see?
Yeah.
So to again have this picture, the entry point for all plugins is this org LibreSocial.
LibreSocial.product, the UI
Yes.
product. Yeah.
LibreSocial UI, exactly. And the user interface starts the loads the login interface, and the login interface starts everything else, and so on. So from the procedure, it will be working out, and don't be surprised. Just when talking about your master thesis, yeah. If these are the 6 months, I assume that the first 3 months are getting it started. Yeah, because it is challenging, it requires documentation, it requires also dedicated skills, skills. Processes. So what should be done is, if you have some error, yeah, then read for the causes, then see options how you can address it. So as we have seen with this exception 1 and exception 2. So basically, one option is to replace this. One option is to use the proper Java method. And typically, if you have the list of options, or replace, refactor to Java version 3, I don't know. Then to try this one, document the outcome. Try that one, document the outcome.
Okay.
And so on. And you will always have some kind of to-do list. So basically, the to-do list is, one is no errors. Second, correct product configuration. And 3 is, let's say, if it's running, then to set up test bed, so with real machines. I mean, there's a list of to-dos, and for every of these, there are various challenges. And the importance is that you basically, yeah, let's have it here. So you have error 1, 2, error 2, option 1, option 2, and you see this is also some kind of tree structure. So it's basically, here are your to-dos, then there are the errors, then there are the options, and the first time, and this 3 months, let's say, of your thesis should be dedicated to document very well this process, because because I want to say the knowledge. I mean, there are 2 outcomes possible. Outcome number 1, it works, so you manage to do everything. That's fine. Then we need a documentation how you made it working, or it doesn't work. Yeah, obviously. Then what do we need then? A documentation what you tried.
Yeah, and there is why it's not working. Okay.
So anyway, you need a documentation about these elements. So both what you tried, and if it comes out this didn't work but did this, and you have for all of the problems at the end some kind of option that worked out, then you are in this case. And you did all of the work, tried out all options, and still it does not work, then we at least know which options to avoid and where we can follow up what new options can arise. So in any case, the documentation of what is the step-by-step element that you have, which errors you face, which options you face, in order to resolve the problems, that needs to be challenged. And the biggest problem is, one thing you should avoid, because if we have here 3 months, 3 months are 13 weeks, is to really get quickly back if you don't know how to proceed. So if you have some problem, as we had maybe now, how to set up the software environment, how to get the code, and let's say if this is one single week and you do something, so the assumption is that you work 40 hours a week on this topic, and at one point you are stuck, and here's the next meeting, then better to write an email
before,
so that this time can also be used, and that I can give you some feedback so that you use your time wisely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And let me just see one further step, one more step in the process. So let's say now I have made some of the changes here in the code, and now I want to upload the changes to GitLab.
Yeah, that committed, yeah.
One moment, I just, yeah, I have to switch back. Let me just see where did I configure I preferences, so I switch back to Java 7, okay. Maybe it's stored somewhere, okay. Now I close Eclipse again. Eclipse store, yes. Okay. And then now I open IntelliJ again. And now the program is opening, okay. This is the files that I have changed. I hope now that the changes are reflected. The use of Java options, etc. Okay. Don't show again. Okay. Here I want to have an update, refresh or something. Do you see that?
I think so. No.
Reload from disk.
Okay, yeah.
Reload from disk. I'm not really sure whether I can verify. Okay, let's see. And then I say git commit directories or add. Let me just see, and git. This I don't want. Git exclude. Add to ignore. Yeah. Metadata. Add to ignore. Okay, and the rest should be uploaded. Git add. Did I already do this? Push. Let me just see. I'm just looking for the changes, so I'm a little bit. Doesn't it show? Sorry.
I think it will show in the right side, but it's not showing the changes when you push it.
Okay, it will. You say it will. Let's commit directory.
I think.
No, this is not what you want. This is not what you want. One moment. I made the wrong error, so this is not roll back. One moment. I have to go back. I don't want this. I need to ignore those. This should not be considered add to ignore. Okay. And then I say, okay, these should be
the commit.
Okay, yes. Git add and git push. I don't see the.
No commits.
It's really sure. I mean, it's commit directories. Is it this?
Stop.
I don't. Okay, so this one. Okay. There are the checks. Okay, everything of the Java products. Metadata is excluded. Very good. Idea is excluded. So as you see, everything that is in this metadata is excluded, and this is another source file we changed. Okay, 5 modified. Made. Okay. Always give a proper naming. Let's say, where did we have this pipe?
Replaced pipe, yeah.
Okay. So you one more. Corrected the exception handling as it caused problems. Okay, commit and push somehow, I assume. Okay. 7 to-dos, what's the, yeah, ignore them. Yeah, commit anyway and push.
Yeah. To do automated.
Thing. Now I check the website again, source code. I go to 25 LibreSocial Docker. Last commit. Come on. Ah, sorry, I need to go here to LibreSocial up. And actually it should, okay, sorry. So these are the changes that have been made, very good. Okay, push.
Push to yeah.
Now we refresh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 40 seconds ago, great.
Yeah.
So, okay, and yeah. This is how it can be done. What I will do now is I create a new, so this is basically the main branch now for 225. I create a new branch for you personally where you can freely work.
Okay.
And maybe to, because what we also use is we have the option to make merge requests and so on. Are you familiar with this?
The merge request, yeah, I can, like, it's like force, right? We can.
Or first have a try. I mean, just download it, try make the corrections. If it's running, we can see how we merge it, and then we can, as a next step, somehow find a good way. Because actually, what should be the best and that I should work on is we have here this master version. The master is so outdated, as you see, the latest one 8 years ago, 6 years ago. Okay, 6 years ago. Yeah, but just this. No. I mean, it's very old. And so basically this should be version 2013. We have 15. Where are the other branches? I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, I mean, why are they not all shown? I mean, this should be the final one somehow. Yeah, and the master should be my main master, and you should be working on this branch. So I will tell you, but basically download this 25 version, check it out according to the video. I will put it online on YouTube for you personally, so it will not be public. You are anyway not on the video.
Yeah.
And then you have a description how to use it. And it's basically using IntelliJ idea for Git.
Git, and then I can access the Git from the older version. Yeah.
Yes, and then once you downloaded it, then you close it, and you can use Eclipse, this Indigo Eclipse, to open that to import that Git project from your local hardware, from your local disk, and work on it. And as a next step really, I would recommend to go step by step through the code. Try to remove the problems, the errors. Up to now it seemed that there are only these two kind of errors. So the one is with the pipe, and the second is with the brackets. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure also for the brackets there's a simple solution. And then if you have no errors, then the question is, does the product work or not? And if the product doesn't work, then we have to see, okay, what is the reason now? Yeah, it's basically step by step, and
okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, yeah, maybe, okay, this is, let me just see. Okay, what I see here down, it's interesting because it's not, I have also some ideas on these. So basically you see three kinds of, let's say three kinds of problems.
Okay.
Can you see it? Is it visible enough? So here it's written security.
Security, yeah.
Then it's written crypto provider, crypto provider, crypto provider, crypto provider. So this is all security related. This one also crypto.
Yeah.
And then we have Java FX related.
Okay. Okay.
There are some indexing problems. So I remember for these crypto elements and the security elements, there's a so-called Java security issues crypto provider. The problem was once that historically Java, so somehow the US did not allow to use cryptographic libraries outside of the US. So Java did not ship with the correct crypto providers. So what we did, and I'm very sure it's also documented in the work of the previous project groups, they had to install some kind of new crypto provider. So let me just see, not portable. If I open the LibreSocial and I go to not publications to pieces, I'm very sure if you will find some kind of let's open just one. Then I open crypto. Maybe it's even older. Maybe it's even older because it was so we used some kind of crypto provider that you could automatically download. So it was additional 2 files. Exactly, this is where our problem is. The Sun crypto provider. Just going back. It's a Sun crypto provider, and it will tell you to download somehow. So therefore you need some specific, maybe to download a few files or to have a specific description that you are still allowed because you are. I mean, the crypto element is where was an exception. And maybe the same similar size, this Java FX. I can imagine that this Java FX has some special feature that maybe also have been downloaded. But I'm a little bit confused why Java 1.8 is used. So it's basically, yeah, it's okay. So this is one, yeah, and so basically go through the code and try to identify the problems, resolve them. It's already making progress. I see already a splash screen, and yeah, step by step. And if you are stuck somewhere, then please reach out to me. Document every step as I've try to visualize. So what I recommend, I typically use OneNote, but you need to support this kind of hierarchical structure where you have error. So let's say you are working on the errors, list the errors, maybe some example screenshots, list the options that you have, describe everything what you do, and if you are stuck, don't wait for the time to pass, but reach out and to see whether I can, in a quick chat, resolve it with you.
Okay.
Great. I mean, making progress. That's good. So then, otherwise, I mean, our next meeting is in 1 week. So we should have this frequent exchange in order to really get some. No, one moment. For next week, at our time slot, there is a presentation of a bachelor thesis going on. I will shift. Can we shift the meeting to 1 o'clock?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I just open this one, and then okay, then I will send you the.
But I think I'll be needing your help on Monday, probably.
Yeah, reach out to me. I mean, we can also make one meeting Tuesday, one meeting Thursday. So this is really some high priority meeting for me, so that we get some progress in that direction.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, as 70 students have previously worked on it, and the plan is that based on your work, more students can also work on it. Because once it's running, it's really a nice program, nice feature, and we can make a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So thanks for your time. Yeah, and I will send you also the link for this talk that we had as an upload.
Yeah.
And yeah, see you then next week.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.